Okay, today we're playing a game on Temple of Anubis. We're in the Platinum SR range, and we'll be playing Genji the entire way through. And I'll keep it real with you, Chief. I don't know what our team comp is because I've forgotten what it is. Because I can't write anything down right now, because well, normally just have it on the other monitor right there, but don't have the other monitor right now, so we can't do that. Well, why don't you just write it down? Slow down, straw man. Physical media in 2018, almost 2019. What am I? A fucking caveman? Yes, actually, but that's besides the point. So let's just start the game. So we're defending first, and we see they've also got a Genji. Doomfist's up there, lurking. If anybody comes around that corner 20 feet in the air, he'll be fucking ready for him, let me tell you. Gotta click over here, so it'll actually fucking pause when I push the spacebar, because, you know, we're on Twitch. We're on Twitch right now, by the way. Our boy streams. There's his name, Stage Osu. Go check him out. Plays Overwatch, as you can see. I also saw Osu, so if you're into the Devil's cartoons, that'll probably be your jam as well. So, we're fighting their Genji, and then his entire team shows up, whereas we are but one humble Genji, so we're promptly killed. Only he came around the corner when we went on him, but I mean, he does have 5 other teammates, so that one's not too surprising that the rest of them came up behind him. It is surprising that the rest of the team actually helped him, rather than just kind of going off and doing their own thing. Don't you hate it when they use fucking teamwork? I swear. So, fight's still happening back here, but our team's basically dead, so we shouldn't have gone in at all, really, here, but their Reinhardt did use Earth Shatter on us, so, I mean, he shouldn't have, but he did, so even though we shouldn't have gone in, it did still work out in the end, I suppose. Because their Reinhardt's bad, as we've discovered now. So, first checkpoint didn't go super well, whatever, we're on Temple of Anubis. It's not exactly the end of the world. If you lose the first checkpoint, we could have reflected the Fire Strike back at them to try and get some ult charge off of them. It's very easy to generate ult charge when there's a Reinhardt on the enemy team for a Genji. So, now we're... But we did get to play a game with the other Genji, because he reflected our Reinhardts, and then we reflected his back at him. So, we got to play tennis with the other Genji, so that was cool. We're purple right now. We don't really like being purple very much, so we have to hide out of the way. Oh, God... We must have been about 5 seconds away, or 5 seconds, like 5 frames away from death, basically, right here. Because their Genji cut through us right as we got splashed by Ana. So, hey, that worked out for us. So they've got a Widowmaker. We don't like Widowmaker. We want to kill Widowmaker. But their team's dead right now. That fight didn't go super well for them. It turns out having a giant glowing German man is a pretty good deterrent for people. So, their our Ana, rather, just got killed by their Widowmaker. So, that's not a good start, because our other healer is Bridget. So, fortunately, they haven't actually regrouped yet. So, even though even though Widowmaker got the pick on our Ana, they were not in the position to capitalize on it. And right now, their Widowmaker's probably like, why didn't you guys go in? I got a pick. I killed their healer. Maybe do it when we're all alive next time, you know? So here comes their Genji. He's got Dragon Blade. We're going to use Dragon Blade right back at him. Our Reinhardt Earth Shattered him? Was that our Reinhardt that Earth Shattered? Yes, that's our Reinhardt that just Earth Shattered. So, fuck Genji, basically, is the moral of that story. But he's alright. He got nano boosted. He didn't get to do anything with it, though, because the blade already ran out. So, hey, that worked out. Our Dragon Blade wasn't particularly good, which is kind of a big thing for Genji, being as that's like 90% of the hero. I would have honestly rather just kept trying to kill their team, whereas it looks like we came back, or, well, I mean, you know, obviously we're going to use it to kill their team. What are we going to do? Kill our own team with it? You can if you're playing Genji, but, you know, you can throw pretty hard as Genji, but you can't quite cut them to death. I would rather just keep killing their backline, rather than come back to try and fight the Genji. Just because... we've got the spawn advantage with this map, so if we kill, like, their backline while they're trying to commit, they are going to lose momentum pretty quickly. I mean, the other argument to make is, well, if I use my Dragon Blade, it's relatively easy to kill their Genji with the Dragon Blade, so then we just kind of trade. But I'm a greedy boy, is basically the case, and I just want to kill people with Dragon Blade, because that's just who I am. So, do they have a Doomfist now? Is that an enemy Doomfist I just saw? Yes, that's an enemy Doomfist that they have now. So that's inconvenient for us as Genji, because we're not very good at fighting Doomfist. I've seen better Gravitons, I'll be honest with you. Not the greatest. You need to put a bit more verticality on that one, but hey, whatever. So there, Genji apparently has his ult again. He's managed to build that one up pretty quickly, but he performed the classic Genji maneuver of coming in 1v6, so he just got thoroughly ganged up on right there, didn't he? Oh, let's get this boy. Fucking everybody came. Everybody is here except Waluigi. He is fucking dead. Even Reinhardt charges over. I'll get him. Don't worry, he's already dead. He's already dead. Here comes Doomfist now. So they're engaging the fight. Their Doomfist just got killed by our Doomfist. So they've lost both their DPS. They're not going to win the fight. Anna nano boosted our Reinhardt, which is a tragic waste of company resources, honestly, because we've already won the fight. Both their DPS threw themselves into us bodily and died, so what were they going to do from that point, honestly? So we've got most of Dragon Blade built up again. Their team's a little bit harder for us to build up ult charge for, because the difference between their team and our team is we have a diva. They don't have a diva, so it's a lot easier for their team to build ult charge off of us than it is for us to build it up off of them. Think I just saw McCree when we push tab. Yep, so now they have a McCree instead of a Doomfist. Honestly, that's a lot better than a fucking Doomfist for us, isn't it? So, well, we just have to make sure we don't get flashbangs when we go in for the big plays with Dragon Blade. So we've ended up in a scuffle with the other Genji. I don't like getting into a fight with the other flanker, basically, because it's just one of those things where, like, basically any flanker versus another flanker matchup tends to just usually end up being a huge waste of time. The exception is, like, Sombra, because she can really fuck up the other flankers, but a Tracer versus Tracer, Genji versus Genji, Tracer versus Genji, you know, that kind of thing, it usually just ends up being a waste of time for all parties involved, because it's hard to kill both of you, and one of you can always just decide to leave. So it usually ends up being like, even if you do kill them, best case scenario, it usually ends up taking, like, having taken a huge amount of time, and there was usually something more productive you could have been doing with your time, rather than fighting the other flankers. So now they have Opharah instead, so they're not doing a very good job of building up ult charge over there, because this boy's changed heroes, like, 9 times right now. Ooh! 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 Ooh, back it up. You can't back it up while you're paused. Oh, get fucked, Genji. Let's watch that one again. He's e-bullying their Pharah right now. He's like, why'd you shoot the Genji? Even though she already fired and then we deflected it, but you know, whatever. So that felt good. Not for him. He's upset. As I was saying, their man is doing a really bad job of charging up his ultimate because he keeps switching. This is why, like, I hate when people do this. You ever see in the chat just that somebody's changed heroes like 4 times in the last minute? Fucking hate that shit. Well, I died, so obviously the hero I picked was wrong. I mean, you could just be bad, you know, and like, it might not be the hero you're picking. But the thing is with constantly switching your hero like that is you don't build up any ult charge, because you keep dropping it on the floor. And ults are really important in Overwatch, as it turns out. They're all pretty strong, so this boy could have, like, built up an ult or 2 over this time, but he keeps switching, so don't do that. Don't keep switching. It is possible you're playing the correct hero. You're just playing badly. You know, that's possible. So we were pretty far up. We backed out. Doomfist's even further in right now. He's like, he was trying to fight the whole world. Oh, it's somebody different that changed to Pharah. I assumed it was the McCree that changed to Pharah, seeing as we just saw him change to Doomfist. Just saw him change to McCree. Doomfist just changed to McCree, and then we saw a different hero, so I assumed he changed again. That was, you know, I concocted this whole narrative in my head about what they were doing, and that's not the case, apparently, so whatever. You know what they say about assuming. Whatever, it's still true. Don't keep switching your hero because you want to build up ult charge. The moral stayed the same, even though he didn't actually do what I was accusing him of doing. He probably did something else that I could accuse him of instead, though, you know. He is playing Overwatch. We could just accuse him of that, frankly, and that's damning evidence enough as far as I'm concerned. So, Anna just used Nana boost on our Reinhardt, so unfortunately we don't get to combo. Tragically, we just used Deflect, so we didn't get to bounce any of those missiles back at her. sometimes you get killed by Barrage, you know? We also dashed, and then she started doing it, like, right as we dashed into the box, so that was unfortunate for us as well. Sometimes you get flanked by Pharah, you know, and you don't have your abilities up to get away. What can you do, right? It's alright. It didn't go well for them anyway, because Pharah only actually managed to kill one person with the Barrage, and they're also kind of bad. Here's Genji. Genji's not being very productive right now. Was their team still the same? I keep pausing to back it up. You can't back it up while it's paused on Twitch. Very inconvenient. Nope, their team hasn't changed. Alright, whatever. Genji's actually pretty good to play against Pharah on this map, because there's a lot of places where Genji can just, like, jump right up next to the Pharah, basically. It's not a very big map, so... At least for the second checkpoint. The second checkpoint is, pretty easy for Genji to actually fight Pharah. Genji's better against Pharah than, like, most people would assume. So here comes their Genji. He just got nano boosted. We're gonna try and kill their Genji, but not their Genji, their backline, and ignore their Genji. But we got Gravitoned. Which is one way to deal with the situation. Oh no, an ad's playing. So I guess we're gonna watch this. You can't even hear the ad, so that's very exciting for you. Hey look, it's A&W. I don't really like A&W very much. Whatever. So, you know, that's certainly one way to deal with the situation. Just grab them. Just grab them, right? Oh, we changed to Ashe? Yeah, Ashe is a good hero. I like Ashe. I don't really support changing to Ashe in that situation. Mostly just because Ashe is, like, really bad at stalling out an objective, which is really what we're looking for in that particular situation. So we should have either stayed Genji, or, because he's, you know, he's pretty quick and he can stall things out, or change to, like, Tracer, you know, Lucio, somebody like that. Ashe was not a very good swap for that situation. Let's be real, we lost that checkpoint regardless of what we did right there, but it's still an increase in chance over not doing it. Ashe is not very good at stalling objectives, sadly. Ashe is a very good hero, though. Play Ashe. Yeah, good hero. Good hero. So, now we have to attack Anubis. They got Zenyatta. Zenyatta's dead now. Junkrat's very low, so obviously we want to come and try and finish him off. Unfortunately, we arrived and then had to reload immediately, so that's not very good. We did have to reload, right? Yeah, okay, we didn't elect to reload. So, that was very unfortunate that we had to reload, like, right as we arrived, so we didn't actually get to shoot him at all. It isn't, you know, it's not a huge deal for Genji, really, but it's kind of important to keep track of how much ammo you have, because very embarrassing to do something like that, and sometimes dashing in and then not having any ammo turns out to end up getting you killed in some situations, so, you know, it's not a huge deal for Genji, but it is important to, like, keep track of where your ammo's at so that, like, that kind of unfortunateness doesn't happen. So their Ana's pretty far back. It's hard for us to get to Ana. We have to kind of go around the back side, which is fine. You know, we're playing Genji, so it's not exactly hard for us to get there. I don't really like going this way. I'd rather just, like, go upstairs and, like... Because I'm not sure if Ana's still up there or not. I don't know if she jumped down and I didn't see her. But either way, I'd rather go up there and, like... If Ana's up there, we can come up behind her and try to kill her, because she's going to be looking down at the fight right here. And if she isn't, well, we can just stand up there and throw shurikens down at them from the high ground instead. And it's not like many of them can get up to the high ground very quickly, right? Whereas over here, we just come out with the rest of our team, and then, like, we're just, like, kind of frontlining with Genji, which is not, you know, what Genji's fantastically good at. So Ana is still back there. I just saw her. McCree just died to their Ana. He went round the backside, and it didn't go very well for him. McCree's not a very good flanker. Don't flank with McCree. Ooh, that was a lot of damage we just took. What happened? Oh, we got hit by a grenade, I see. We had less health than I thought we did, because I didn't see we got hit by that grenade before. Okay, so, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was sad. So, we shouldn't really be dashing forward right now, because we're at half health, so it is really easy to suddenly die right now. But I mean, hey, this happened, so worked out for us, didn't it? That's twice now we've gotten Reinhardt to, like, waste his ultimate on us, so we're doing a good job in that respect. We really shouldn't have dashed in, though. We were very low, very easy to die. But the good news is we ended up, like, getting Reinhardt's Earth Shatter out of him, so, hey, you know, silver linings. Why the fuck is there Reinhardt this way? So there's Zenyatta's dead again. He's not having a good day so far. Their Reinhardt's purple. We've been nano boosted. We don't have Dragon Blade yet. Don't nano boost Genji if he doesn't actually have Dragon Blade ready, because otherwise there's not a lot he can do with that one. If you're playing Ana, right? I mean, in general, push tab a lot so you can see what your team's ult charge is at. That's important information. But particularly for Ana and Zarya, who, like, your ultimates are only as good as other people's ultimates to an extent, right? Not as so much for Zarya, but, like, your plays are based around ultimates usually. So if you're playing Ana or Zarya, push tab all the fucking time so that you can see what people's ult charge is at. And if you're playing Ana, don't nano boost the Genji until he actually has Dragon Blade, because he's tragically bad to nano boost if he doesn't actually have Dragon Blade. You can still get kills, but I mean, that's unfortunate. Sometimes you step on a trap and die to the mine. What can you do? You can watch your feet. I mean, you know, that is literally something you can do, but T500 junk play, true story, forehead. Sometimes you trip over a mine and a trap and die. Yeah, you know, life is tragic like that. Sometimes it be like that. So it's okay, we won the fight in our absence anyway, so good job, team. So we've got Dragon Blade built up. Ana, I don't think, had her ultimate. She might be getting close by this point, given that she builds it. Nope, it was like 48%. So, whatever. Could consider wait. Well, Ana just died, so, you know, this push isn't going to be going too well for us right now. So we don't want to use our ult right now, because we've lost our main healer, so we're pretty unlikely to win this fight. I was going to say, given that Ana's at, like, half ult charge, that's, like, the equivalent to somebody else being, like, three-quarters of the way there, right? So we could just wait for Ana to build her ultimate to use ours regardless, because Ana builds her ult charge really fast. But Ana died, so we basically have to wait anyway, because now we have to wait for everybody to group up again. You know, just poke at him, have a good time. Our Junkrat just died. Not our Junkrat, our Roadhog just died to Junkrat. Honestly, I just don't know what any hero in this game is actually called, it turns out. I keep calling everybody the wrong thing. I'll probably call Roadhog Mercy by the end of the game or some shit, because, you know, they have a very similar silhouette, don't you think? Sometimes you get grabbed, right? Hey. Did their Genji just use Dragon Blade? Yes, Genji just used his Dragon Blade, so he didn't really get a lot done with that one. So they used a bunch of ultimates. Now we have a lot of ultimates to use right back at them, and they don't have very many ultimates to fend us off with. That's good news for us. Ana, I think, basically has her ultimate by this point. Yeah, she has her ultimate by this point. Hey, we just got nano boosted. Let's go! Hey, but we got woke up again. Yeah! Oh... She got it. She got us, right? She did get us, but didn't work out for her. Even when the Ana gets the sleep on the Nano Blade, they usually just get woken up anyway, so life is sad like that. So we did have to just sort of suddenly go in on them. Like, we weren't ready for that Nano boost, but we did kind of, like, go at their Ana, basically in a straight line, which makes it easier for her to trank us, but... we'll give the benefit of the doubt and be like, well, we had to go suddenly, so we weren't really ready for it, and we did just go. If you're playing Ana, wait for the other person to start shit before you nano boost them, because it usually ends up in a not very good result. Like, very common, you nano boost the Reinhardt when he isn't actually doing anything to try and get the Reinhardt to go in. Well, usually that ends up... She built that up pretty fast. Usually that results in the Reinhardt picking a really bad engage, so don't do that. Let the Reinhardt engage first, and then you nano boost him, right? Don't try and pick the engage for him. Similar with, like, Genji. Wait for the Genji to go in first, and then nano boost them. Unless you're coordinating with the Genji, right? And then the Genji goes, like, nano boost me now or something, but, like... Just generally, wait for the Genji to actually, like, go in first, then nano boost him. Nano boosting the Genji, he suddenly has to, like, oh shit, well, I guess I'm going. Usually ends up not being great. So we've got nano boost, no, we haven't got nano boost, we've got Dragon Blade built up again. Oh, imagine if Genji had nano boost as his ultimate, wouldn't that be weird? Damn, would Genji be a bad hero if he didn't have Dragon Blade. So, we got Dragon Blade, we're going in. We aren't going to get nano boosted again, because, I mean, she probably hasn't built hers up again yet. She could have done, being as we built ours up again, but I don't think she has. It ended up not being great. We only really killed Ana. Everybody was kind of far apart. We're really, like, all over the place with this one right now. Like, this is very... Just, like, chill out a little bit, you know? Because, like, we go straight up, and then come down with the Dragon Blade. That's good. That's just good practice for Genji, especially when you have an Ana on your team. But, like, chill out with the rest of it, right? So, we're going in, and another reason to do this is you can look down at their team and think about what you're going to do, right? So we see Ana. We're going to go for Ana. Now, Ana already did actually throw a grenade at the Zarya. So even though we see Zarya is, like, kind of low when we start going down, she's actually not going to be that low when we come over again, unless our team is, like, going in on them. So Ana's, like, all the way over here by herself. That makes it a lot easier to kill her, but then, like, we're going to have to kind of go out of our way to find somebody else. And we're so fidgety, we end up just, like, dashing straight into a wall, rather than actually, like, into the enemy team. So, just, like, chill out a little bit with the Dragon Blade, because there's no need to be so fidgety. It was a very... You want to try and be pretty, like, calm about it, because it's about chaining all the... It's about getting the resets on the dash and chaining it all together, whereas that's just, like... Just be a little bit more chill with it, because that was, like, all over the place. So, our Reinhardt, rather, just got a pretty big shatter, but it was 1v6, so... It'd be like that sometimes. Anyway. So we gotta wait for our team to regroup, so we might as well just, you know, throw shurikens at them. We're already a third of the way towards Nano Blade again, or... Dragon Blade again. Ana's got her ult by that point, so I guess, you know, technically I'm not wrong. I'm technically correct, and that's the best kind of correct. I did just see a Moira on our team, though. I don't know if she's always been there. No, we do still have the Ana. Okay, here comes their Dragon Blade. We don't really have anything to fend it off with. He killed a bunch of people. Now we have to wait for our team to regroup again. We're gonna die to this guy, probably. Yeah. You know, life is difficult sometimes. Damn, Ana is building her ult so slow. She's only at 50%. God damn. We've built up another ult and a half in the same time it's taken her to build 50%. God damn. To be fair, Ana's gotten killed a lot, but I mean... So, you know, in her defense, she's died a lot, but, like, it's also not really in her defense at the same time, if you think about it, is it? So, you know... So we managed to bounce Ana's grenade back at them. Feels good, man, but our team didn't actually, like, capitalize on that particularly, so, yeah, you know. It felt good for us, but it didn't convert into anything. So we've come all the way over here to pick this health kit up, I think, but we're, like, not... Or maybe we're looking for something. Oh, the tire happened, I didn't hear the tire. I was like, what are we doing? We're full health, do we not know? No, we heard a tire. I didn't hear the tire. In my defense, I'm terrible. So we've got Dragon Blade built up again. Ana's got her ultimate again. Thank goodness. She managed to build up 50% in that time. Oh, look, here's a PlayStation ad. Oh, how exciting. Look, it's PSVR. It's so realistic. That's what the graphics would look like. VR currently, you know, infamous for its high resolution after all. So here we go, we're going in. We got Nano Blade. We're trying to cut these people. Oh, very fidgety again. We actually didn't finish killing the Ana. We instead changed over to this guy. I guess because we got bumped back. He is really low, so that's fair enough. We ended up, like, taking a little bit of time to kill him. It wasn't, like, the greatest blade in the world. Basically, if we, like, killed the Reinhardt a little bit faster, it would have been, you know, we could have chained it together and got some kills, but it took us a little bit of time to kill the Reinhardt, so it ended up not working out. Big C9. Big C9. How about that? We could have still gone after the Ana. I guess because we got bent back by Reinhardt, we decided to kill him instead, especially since he was low. And then, you know, it ended up taking an extra swing to kill him, so that's just kind of unfortunate. So here they come again. Are they doing goats? Is that goats I saw? I got right. Yep, that's goats. Okay. So that's inconvenient for us as Genji. Genji's not very good against goats. Being that, you know, he kind of revolves around, like, killing squishy people. You got goats, not a lot of squishy people. And they got a lot of heals as well. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, that went so much better than it looked like it was going to right there, didn't it? Fucking Zarya didn't know what the fuck. Little did she know, we were just kind of, like, resting on her head like an owl, you know. That showed her. Don't do that, Diva. I'm not big on using deflect for baby Diva right there. I'd rather just, like, if we're not sure we're gonna kill Diva, I'd rather just, like, because, you know, baby Diva's hard to kill as Genji. I would rather just, like, disengage rather than use the deflect on her. Oh, Bridget's right there. Bridget don't care. Then we messed up the dash. Oh, but we still got away. Nice. So we do have Dragon Blade basically built up. There goes the tire. Only killed Lucio. Not great. It kind of doesn't matter who we go for, to a large extent, given that they're running goats right now. There's not a lot of people for us to kill over there. I would rather still go for the supports than the tanks, because, like, they're easier to kill than the tanks are, but there's also going to be a Bridget over there, so that makes it hard for us to kill the backline as well. It's just very unfortunate for us that they decided to run goats during the last round when we picked Genji, because there's really not a lot Genji can do versus goats. You can build your ult up really fast, but I mean, it's definitely not the kind of hero you want to play against goats. Who got play of the game? It's Lenny. The evil Genji. He didn't even get this play of the game. He had, like, the lowest claim to that play of the game. But hey, he got it anyway. So the thing that stood out the most was basically that we didn't get a lot of value out of Dragon Blade this game. To be fair, we didn't get that many good at situations to get much value out of Dragon Blade either, particularly in the final round, since they were running goats. We were, like, really fidgety while we were using Dragon Blade, though, whereas it's one of those ultimates that, like, being, like, chill while you're doing it is kind of a big deal, and we were, like, shaking like a fucking leaf the whole time, so that's not ideal. But to be fair, we didn't get, like, and, like, the one time we went in with a Dragon Blade, like, Anna, like, forced it on us, basically, and we just had to kind of go straight at them, so we got tranked, you know. There's not much you do about that one, really, because we did just suddenly have to go. Played Reinhardt for, like, 8 seasons, so you like, get nano boosted, like, out of nowhere. Doesn't feel good. Quite frequently, I'll just stand there holding the shield up, because, like, if I charge into them after I got nano boosted, that's just actually me throwing my life away. So I'm just standing there, nano boosted, holding the shield up, and I'm just looking at Anna, like, I can't do anything with this, you know, and she's like, but I nanoed you, go in, and I'm like, yeah, if I go in, I'll die, and or you'll die, because this is a really bad time to go in, so I'm sorry, it looks like you wasted your ultimate. Well, go in and I won't waste it. I'm not gonna throw away my life just so you don't look bad. That's your own fault, fucking scrub. And that's why I don't join voice chat. People are also scum. But I'm also scum. In my defense, I'm terrible. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just ship posts with us. Check out our man stage, Osu, and I hope you found the video helpful.